People might not know, but he proposed to you while he was in jail.
I talk about this in the book when I go to see him in Rikers, when I wrote about that in the book, and when I had to talk about it, speak my words for the audible version of the book. That was probably one of the more painful parts, seeing him there, the condition that he was in, and having to leave him there. And he was in bad shape. And so when he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers. And I knew at that time that he needed somebody to do time with him, which I was going to do anyway. You didn't have to marry me to do time, right? I'm here.
I see why we love you.
And then but he needed a rock. He needed, because of our friendship and because of everything we had been through together, he just wanted to feel that solidified foundation. You know, because I promise you, he would have married me and divorced me as soon as he finished that job. He would have.
Right.
I'd be real with it.
Right. Because so many people in that position don't have support.
Right.
None at all.
None. You know?
So Jada is revealing that Tupac actually engaged her, or he went to propose to her in jail when he was in Rikers Island, I believe. She talks about that and she gets quite emotional. Yeah. She got quite emotional. To me, it seemed like she really has not... There's some unresolved feelings there.
Oh,
that's all I can say.
Gracious me. Oh, anyway, okay.
But it's Mary.
And
we invite y'all to like,
subscribe,
and comment down below, you all.
My voice is off, y'all.
Yeah. I mean, what do we think about this whole? I think she's still obviously. You know what I think?
You know what can I say? If I was a spouse and I got to listen to you talk about some other
dude
person
that you're pining over,
and like even when she's talking,
like she's trembling.
Is she
right?
acting? Is she like, what the hell? I am your spouse. Like, you mean after all these years we've been married, we're divorced, and you're still like, yeah, you know. And I just knew this time, like anytime she speaks of Tupac, is this yearning, this longing. If I had to be in a marriage like that, like,
I'm sorry,
I'll just go nuts. And you gotta sit there and listen to her, because, you know, but then at the same time, this is what I think about these two people.
Who?
Jada pining over Tupac, Will always feeling that kind of rejection, like he is not really good enough for her, right? He's another type of guy. He wasn't filled with so much danger enough for her, right? So he will not feel good about himself as a man with her, right? So he goes out of his way to do this, I guess, I don't know, open marriage, even though she was not taking part in that at the time, with her, right? So they both, throughout this marriage, what it seems to me, they both find ways to get at the other, but never really just coming face to face and having that fight.
They're very passive aggressive for Geminis and Virgos. Cancers are more so passive aggressive.
Can you imagine having to live like that? It's so disgusting. And so, like, he had to be dealing with this with her. So he goes out of his way to do little, things to kind of get under her skin. Well, even at the Oscars, that's also how it seemed to me that happened. Because he was, when Chris Rock made the comment at first,
about her alopecia,
and then she looks at him, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, let me get up. I am Will, who acted in Muhammad Ali the other time. All right, let me go. Get your name up my what? Like, just like, So both of them is like, and then here they both go now. So Will, he writes this book. Apparently, I've not read the book, but they say he didn't say anything really bad about her, seemed to uplift her. I've not read the book. because I'm sure there was some catty stuff in there, some underhanded stuff in there where she could understand that he's getting at her. And so here she comes. She says, okay, you want to do that? Well, guess what? I'm not doing underhanded shit no more. I'm going to come out with guns blazing. Yeah, Tupac, when he, proposed to me, and he was on this trajectory, upward trajectory for the good. Yes, he wanted me to be with him. Like, that's like what she was trying to say. Will, but it serves you right, Will, because you left your wife, dropped her like a bad habit. Boom! I done found somebody new.
Well, you know what? I think with the whole Will and Jada thing, I feel like she wasn't really into Will. She didn't really want him, but he really wanted her. And the first, maybe, I don't know, maybe they were dating at the time, I don't know how. But he traps her, gets her pregnant.
Ooh.
She was crying so much he did not really want to be married. But it's back in the day where, you get a girl pregnant, you go marry her.
No, the mama got in her face and say, hey, you look here, chica. You look here. That Tupac, he a druggie. And not only that, he be selling some drugs. He know too much about Brenda having no babies. And guess what? He gonna leave you as soon as his ass is out of jail. That's what the mama got in her face and said. Here is this cookie cutter guy, right? He gonna be there for you, even though he done drop his wife like a bad habit for you, and you will be happy. Well, life does not work that way.
I think that's what happened.
That's
and
what
she
happened.
never really wanted Will.
No,
You
she
know,
wasn't
but she
feeling him
has-
like that. She wasn't passionate about him like that. He didn't light her fire the way
But-
Tupac did.
But as time goes on, it seems as if, maybe Will Smith was really putting out this whole thing about the Smith family, this beacon of black love.
Yes.
Whatever that means.
And her being
And
a
all
Virgo,
this-
she wanted that kind of perfection that he was selling. And I'm telling you,
But
Geminis
it
know
was
how to
all-
sell some stuff.
But it was all really a lie. Because there's a
Fluff.
lot of issues going on. They both probably aren't being direct with each
They
other.
don't seem to be direct with each other.
Like, they
no.
say that they're great communicators and they talk about everything, but there's other things that they're not talking about. And that's how you have Jada sitting down here basically breaking down, shaking like a leaf, talking about some man who's been dead for decades now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. But I also feel like that whole thing with Tupac, maybe that was the love of her life.
Yeah.
But maybe he didn't see her that way, or maybe he wasn't into her that way, or maybe she felt like he wasn't going to stay the course with her, because that's not the woman that he
But you
wanted.
never know, though, and that's it is that.
But I think he
And
was
so
definitely the love of her
I
life.
think that's why she is maybe probably even in mourning, and maybe there's some anger towards her mom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? Because it's like, you don't know if he was going to be good. You don't know if he was going to change his ways and not cheat on me. We will never know, because you never gave me that opportunity. You got in my face and said, this dude here, this A-lister is going to be better for you than this one here. And it ended up that this dude here, he is a cheater too, right? And now I'm kind of stuck because everybody is calling us couple goals and black love. And I can't get out of this damn entanglement. Talk about an entanglement. She was entangled with Will, and he was entangled with her. Lord,
Yeah.
and they could not see the forest from the trees. It seems as though that they're still entangled.
Well, obviously because they're divorced, but they're not together. And she also
can't bring
mentioned
herself
about
yet to actually get a legal divorce. But Jada, you know something? After this, all this stuff coming out now, Will probably is
Will
going to
do
have
it
what
for
it
you.
takes to say, you know something, chick?
it's over.
I have signed the legal papers. You just put your Johnny Hancock up there and let me go straight to the court.
I mean, yeah, since you've already
Lord have
exposed him
mercy.
now, because you guys have been living a facade, talking about how you guys have been together, talking about bad marriage for life. When you were sitting out there at the red table talking about your little entanglement, why didn't you just say, hey, we're actually divorced, we haven't been together for years, so this was not an entanglement. I was doing me, he was doing him. But the thing is, they came out and they were trying to cover it because nobody knew that they had been divorced or separated for the past 7 years.
Because they were trying to live a life that other
They
people
were living
had
a
put
lie.
on them. And so many of us in life,
do that.
We're not our authentic self.
Yeah, very true.
We listen to what other people expect from us, and that is not freedom, man. That's some serious jail. Look, Tupac was in jail, but you all were in some kind of jail as well.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And both of you were not being authentic to each other. You even when you fight, you know, like that Red Table Talk, there was so much underneath stuff. The whole Augustine here, it was almost as if there was almost like a little bit of a humiliation when he wanted her to kind of like spell it out, and maybe that's why she did not call it an affair, because she's like, we're not even together. This is a situationship. This is an entangled
with your son's best friend. Okay,
you know,
let's not forget about
Jada.
Jada.
To call this an affair when we are not together. You don't lost your mind. So, at this point, after you all's book tours,
Don't let Will come out with another book.
setting the record straight.
Hello?
Will and Jada.
I just think this whole thing is messy. I just feel like some things you can really keep to yourself. Like, I'm never going to sit out here and write my whole belly word and talk about my whole past. I ain't doing that. Why would I go and write a whole book about everything I've been through in life and then come to show people? That don't make sense to me.
I mean,
why can't you can't confess to your God and then call it a day? You have to tell the whole world.
You know what it is, though? I understand that it's cathartic to tell your truth, because I've been there and it has been for me. However, with Will and Jada, I just feel like even in this moment here, I still feel like there's still some curtain trying to be put over my face. They still are not telling it all. There's still some underlying agenda that each has.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it comes down to the fact that you're not living your authentic life. And that's for a lot of us. Not living our authentic truth. And hopefully they will actually get this legal divorce and start just living their life free of the need to please others, the need to please the Black community, because I guess that's where they were getting a lot of the pressure from. But you guys were also giving us some kind of fake happy marriage
that was never real, to
that
be honest.
really
You didn't want
hadn't
this man.
been that, and so we were going off of the fakery that you all were given and being happy about that. And then after that you turn around and it's like, oh, you know, people expect so much from us, but because you all are giving us the fake stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, y'all, it's Mary.
And
comment down below what you guys think about this. Do you feel like Jada's still faking it? Do you feel like he's being authentic finally? And do you think Will's going to go to that courthouse to sign those papers tomorrow? Let me know down below.
The rebuttal to Jada's worthy. And then she come out with the rebuttal to Will's cheating ways.
I feel
before Tupac and Jada. Also craziness. Like,
let's just say, the one person I feel bad for are the kids, because they're the one who really losing all this. They have both your parents acting the plum fool out in these streets, and all you can do really is try to change your name. Really,
now you
maybe
know
change
something.
your parents.
But you know, you never can. You know, they came through these parents.
Or you
for
move to like some foreign country and you just go off the grid. Nobody know you no more. I mean, hey, take your funds and just go live. You.
Apparently, they said not too long ago, Will was at Willow's concert, and they said he was bawling like a baby. And I just wonder.
Yes, the father has to go make everything about his damn self.
Oh, that is so true.
Like, we can't even be about Willow's concert. It has to be about how her grown 6'8" daddy in the audience crying.
Like, they said he was bald like a baby. Now, I this might be a little messy, but I wanted to just ask this question. Do you all think that during this period of the 7 years that they have been divorced? You know how Jada do it. Okay, do you think that Will ever went back to his ex-wife you know.
For a
and
one-time bam, thank you, ma'am.
no, just for like.
Just say you were right, so I should never
just
left
for
you.
a situationship or an entanglement, because I got the feeling. I remember when she was on Jada's Red Table Talk, and she was kind of looking at Jada like, you know, there was something in her eyes and in her posture that felt like
I had your man last night.
no, well, I don't know if that's exact, but it just kind of looked like as though she knew the truth more so, you know. So that was interesting. So now, when I think of this whole thing now, I wonder, do you all think that we'll ever get back with his ex-wife
Who knows?
during this period of separation?
Let's-
Or us not knowing, non-legal divorce. Is there a name for this kind of divorce? Non-legal divorce?
I don't know.
Whew.
But let us know down below, y'all. See y'all in the next video. Bye.